Zombie pigmen have ears now? See, this is one of the new developments. I'm pretty sure... yeah, zombie pigmen definitely didn't have ears when I played. What was that? Somebody just laughed and snorted? Oh, here she blows. My army of cobblestone. Oh, it's so beautiful. I made a little bit of progress since our iron farm last episode, and I built kind of like a what I think is going to be the beginnings of the base here. I just threw some logs, boom, across our little crack in the mountain here, and I started throwing some wood up here. I sat there for a little bit thinking about how I want to make a cool base, and then I kind of just did this. I don't know if this is going to be my final, what's actually going to be the base or not, or if I'm going to change it up into something else. But usually when I just think about things for too long, nothing gets done. So I just wanted to do something. Our iron farm is still going crazy over here. Anyways, today we're going to start trying to gather everything we need to start a automatic item sorter. I'm going to try to put it down here. That is the plan anyways. I need a stream of water for all my items to go into. And that stream of water needs to take everything to the first chest or hopper. And then my whole idea here is I'm going to have a certain amount of chests going this way, and then put like a sector or a pillar, a section, and yeah, just have like a certain amount of chests. And that number is just going to be kind of random. I think I'm going to go off of how many valuables there are. Like gold, diamonds, emeralds, and however many that number is. I'm going to throw up a pillar, and this will be a section of chests. Hopefully 3 tall. And then I want the items to be, you know, brought over here by water. Boom. Sort through all these chests. And then I want water to take them down. Have them trickle through the floor. And then come up to the top. Go through. And then trickle through the floor. Go up, and then just keep on repeating that. I don't know if I explained that good or not, but that's what I'm going for, and it's probably not the most efficient way to do it. But if I was going to do it another way, I would just have it keep going this way and then loop around and then come all the way back here. But I don't think that's going to work, because I want to put my most used items up front and then make this just kind of a giant hallway right here. So I'm going to hop over to my redstone world real quick, and I'm just going to look at the item sorter. This is basically what we're going for here. We're going to need a bunch of comparators. We're going to need torches, repeaters, a bunch of dust, and then you have an input chest. Ours will be on the left, and then you have an output chest, and then I'm going to make these 3 high. And I can't remember exactly how this works. I think the comparator takes, once this is full, it unlocks the hopper below it to start sucking, I think. And then it sucks it down, pulls it down. Honestly, probably should have looked that up before I said it, but it is what it is. We're just going to copy this. I don't know if we're going to be able to build this episode, because there's a couple things we need that are not easy to get. For one, we're going to need soul sand. For me to do my water idea of having items go across the floor and then come back up, we're going to need a lot of soul sand. So we got to go to the Nether. Do a quick exploration. Now again, like I've said many times before, I'm an unk, okay? I haven't explored the Nether a whole lot with everything new they've added over time. Are you friendly? Okay. Why do they look so different? Zombie pigmen have ears now? See, this is one of the new developments. I'm pretty sure... yeah, zombie pigmen definitely didn't have ears when I played. I did come in here before, and I just climbed up here real quick and looked around just to see what was going on. There was a ghast, so I had to run away. I also looked in ChatGPT, or I asked ChatGPT. Oh, I didn't bring cobblestone or nothing to mark my way. Hold on. Anyways, I was saying I asked ChatGPT where I find soul sand, and it's in the Nether fortresses, or there's apparently a biome that has a bunch of it. So I don't know how I want to go about doing this here. I guess I should take a picture first of the coordinates, just in case. Bing. And then I'll build a little bit of a... What was that? Somebody just laughed and snorted. What is that? That little baby? Hey, little guy. I'm gonna keep getting sidetracked. Alright, cobblestone tower. Check. I guess let's just head over here. Throw cobblestone down every now and then, so... Maybe we throw it down in an arrow pattern to point back to where we gotta go. Everyone be cool. Everybody be cool, calm, and collect. Is this already soul sand right here? Oh, this would be so convenient if this is it. Oh, check that out. Whole bunch of soul sand right in the beginning of it. What is this stuff then? Is this just regular sand? Soul soil. What the heck does soul soil do for you? I'll take some of it too, even though I don't even know the use. What the heck? There's a skeleton? Has that always been a thing? Regular skeletons being in the nether. I think I got what I need. At least to start it out here. Oh, one of them is in my room. You freaking... Whoa, this guy's got a whole ass crossbow. That's crazy. And some golden boots. Really rolling in style, friend. I guess let's go see what the layout's actually gonna need to be here. So my plan is to have a room up here with like 2 chests in it. One chest is gonna be a smeltable items chest, so I can just put iron and stuff, raw iron in a chest, have it smelt down, and then go into the sorter. And the other one is just going to be a chest just for stuff to get sorted. So I need a water stream to bring items to a input chest right here. I really am kind of doing this all backwards to how people would normally do things. Usually people would probably enchant items first before they started building redstone contraptions that help out with sorting and get efficiency in their pickaxes, so this was faster, but nah. I'm doing this the old slow way. Okay, so our chest will go here. Boom, boom. Double chest, double chest, double chest. Ooh, I might need the output chest to be up higher. Because I want to have three double chests for each item, just so I can play this specific save for a really long time and just, you know, be able to fill up all the chests with as much items as I'm going to need for huge mega builds. So I think 3 double chests for each item will be plenty for what I'm trying to do. Okay, we have 10 chests. That's enough to basically start laying them down how I want them. So I want them like this. Boom, boom, boom. 3 high. Oh, why that one place like that? What are we doing here? Wow, I mined like 3 trees and only got this many chests out of it. That's kind of crazy. Alright, we got 11 of these bad girls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the main chest is going to be, well, I guess it would be right here. And then you take that. Right? Nope, that's not how hoppers work. I need them going the other direction, I think. All right, I think this is correct. Let me get a torch down here so you can see what's going on. Boom, the output chest, or in, why do I keep saying output? The input chest right here. Boom, comes in here, whoosh, drags it across, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So obviously I'll make that 7. So this is going to be the level where the comparator goes. This level right here. The comparator will be bam. We're going to need 2 blocks off the comparator. And we're going to need to drop down right here. There goes the pickaxe. Super sick. Okay, something like this. And then the comparator is going to go on top of this cobblestone. And then we need 2 blocks off of it. Boom. I actually don't know how to make this design 3 chests tall. Because the one I was using was only 2 chests tall. We have a little bit of what we need from from everything. Okay, okay, okay. Let me just get up here real quick. Throw down the old comparator. Where'd you go? Yeah, right there. Right there like that. Okay. Now I need a hopper going into that thing. Boom, like that. That's the filter hopper. Okay. And then boom into this chest. Boom into this chest. Boom into that one, right? And then we just need some dust. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I forgot the repeater. Gosh darn it. Boom. Which takes that signal. Okay. And then instead of having a block and then a torch, I think I need to just do dust and then a torch above the dust. I mean below the dust. Boom. So if the bottom one is what pulls everything through when it's unpowered, unlocked, I think this is what I'm going for here. So now I just need to come up with a filter item to test. Let's just use cobblestone as a filter item real quick. It just sucked everything right down, didn't it? I'll put it in this chest. Why would it put it in that one? It put it in the middle one. But how would this one? Why wouldn't it go into this one? Oh lordy. This is where my understanding of this needs to improve. And this one's not locked. And this one's not locked. But I do remember hearing somebody say something about there's an order in which they pull and push. So if this one just got done pulling, this one can pull faster than this one can push. So they all need to be locked in order for this to work. So if that's the case, honestly, it might not matter that this is 3 wide. It still might work the same exact way if I just do it like this. Because once these two get unlocked, it'll just pull straight down. So now let's see what happens. If we put some cobblestone in there. Still goes to the same one. Let's try, I guess, throwing some filter items in. Oh, okay, these did go to the right spot. So 45 is what you need. So it'll take everything but 45. Perfect. Stops at 45. So we go like this, 42, 43, 44, 45. So if it detects any more of something, it should send it down. So then we just need to take one block out. 41 plus 3. There's our filter item right there. It's a nether quartz. Okay, perfect. The nether quartz went all the way to the bottom this time. And now, when we throw the nether quartz in here, boom, stacking up in the bottom one. That is what I need. I was just overcomplicating things in my head right there for a little bit because it's been a while since I've redstoned it up. So now I just need to basically copy this a bunch of times. I'm going to have to create an anvil so I can make a different version of filter items because I'm going to have cobblestone be filtered into a hopper at some point. So we need to rename items basically so that we can have a chest for filtering out cobblestone. We'll just throw this somewhere right here for now. And then we can use any item for a filter item. So we can use a stack of dirt, honestly. Just as long as I name it filter item. Let's see how expensive this is going to be for each stack of stuff. Because I'm going to need levels for this business. Filter item. Okay, so only 1 enchantment cost. That's not bad. And then we just got to go. I'll just throw it in and just let it count down. It's the easiest way. 45. And then we go doom, 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 doom. Then take 1 out. Okay, perfect. So this is set up again, ready to go for whatever item we place there. And our first item we're going to filter out is going to be iron. because we have a whole lot of iron. Doom. And iron is filling in there. Perfect. Okay, so now I just need to do this a bunch of times. Like I said, probably won't show this part because it's going to be kind of grindy. Alright boys, I don't know where I left off last, but I did get a bunch of stuff done. It's a whole separate day in real life for me. But I got a lot of stuff figured out here. We have a little maintenance door, or what's going to be a maintenance door to get up into our storage system and change everything. I'll show you this in a second. Hold on. I have all my main things I want to store right here. I got iron, copper, gold, lapis. This will be emerald. I just didn't have 2 emeralds. Diamond, and then this is going to be like the nether scrap and the ancient debris and stuff like that. It'll be a while before I even have any of those. And then that's going to be a section, and then I'm going to have like a wall here. It's going to be about 4 or 5 blocks wide, and then we'll do another section, and we're going to have obviously this side be mirrored over here. And so how this is going to work is my items are going to go in the top room up here, which the floor is missing because I need to get some things figured out here. But this is the chest where I'm going to put things that need to be lit on fire, melted up, and then it's going to go into the item sorter. And this chest is just going to be for stuff just to go into the item sorter. So, and then here's our little fuel thing to throw some wood and stuff in there to help it burn. This will be in our floor. And then I think this is where the water stream is going to come in as well, so I can have all my farms have glass tubes to transport the loot over to the auto sorter. So I'm gonna have to fill this whole thing up with hoppers and connect it to these 2 hoppers. That should be pretty expensive, but that's where I'm gonna stick the loot. And then down here, it's gonna come in, boop, go across that section, and then once it goes through this section, it's gonna get dropped out. And then you're going to see in the floor the items going. And the floor is going to be made out of glass and these cracks. So it should give it a cool design in the end. And then I'm going to have the water shoot it back up. And then it'll go through another item sorter here. And then I'll probably have the output of that go across ceiling and hoppers. Go into the next one. And then have another stream like this to bring it back to a section over there. So it should be a pretty cool setup. I'll give you a quick little demo with these sticks of the dispensing mechanism. So that's where it's gonna go. Then you hear it dispensing, and then the sticks are just rolling down this river, and then they'll get picked up by a hopper down here, and then another dropper. We'll send them up higher. Let me go ahead and show you the mechanism for the dropper real quick, because just in case, you know, you don't know redstone. So here's a dropper right here under this hopper. Then it has a comparator going into it. Has a repeater. And then it has this redstone looping around, going back into the comparator. And then this redstone looping around, powering this block right here. And that gives power to the dropper. So this thing only runs when there's things in the dropper. That way it's not just running constantly, because you could use a redstone clock to set this up. I'll show you what it looks like from here. Throw the sticks in there, and it detects, turns it on, turns it on, turns it on until it's empty. Alright, so I'm going to spend the next 2 hours of my life probably finishing, oop, god dang it, fell on this one. Finishing this first section up at least to have the water go over here. The water go up in a little water pipe using soul sand and get put in this side and go across and sort to an output chest over here. Then we'll throw some glass down, just like real roughed out. You know, I'm not going to design. We're going to obviously change all these blocks in here at some point, make this room look really cool too. We'll just throw down a little something so we get an idea of what it's going to look like. And I'll finish this room up here off cam real fast, and then I'll show you what it looks like right in the end. We'll test it, and then we'll call this a video. Alright, so it was almost exactly 2 hours of grinding on the dot to get to where I have to be, but we finally have pretty much everything completed for the first sections of sorting. I got glass, got the water working, and the maintenance tunnel over here. We have the water tunnel that shoots up. And I have this whole row. Hold on, my mustache is falling into my mouth. And I have the output chest for this row, which will lead on to another section just like this. But these take so long to build. It's going to be multiple episodes before we even get close to having this completed. I don't know how I'm going to work them into videos, because they do take a really long time. I'll probably have to make a couple more dedicated videos just to this build to get it to a point where it's completed. Like I said, I'm not filtering every single item in the game, but I do want this to be a super long hallway full of like super common items I use. And over here I filled up just cobbled deep slate, cobbled dirt. And I'll show you what we have for the upstairs area. I have this chest right here, which is the smelt chest. This chest right here, which is the regular chest. And then the fuel hole in the floor. Let me see if I have wood real fast. Let's go. What's the durability on this? Better be enough to at least whack down the tree. Wow, it broke on the leaf. That is something. I need some signage. And my friend was telling me that you could use glow ink sack to make it a glowing text, so I'm going to try that. I don't know if I have to combine the sign with the ink first. No, probably have to right click it on afterwards, but we can put regular items. I can change this up later if I don't like it, honestly. Boom. Oh, look at that, it does change it. That's nice. Oh, I like that. Hopefully I can make it glow a different color though if I dye it again. And then over here, should I put smeltable? I kind of hate the word smelt, but you know, it's a Minecraft staple, I feel like. Alright, smeltable items and fuel. So fuel, smeltable items, and regular items. Alright, now I get to test this out, because I haven't tested any of this out yet. So let's throw in some fuel, throw in some coal. Just load her up. And then I'll throw in some raw copper. And then hopefully we should see one more raw copper show up if I have any. I don't have any, so oh, 8 just got there. Let me see if chests update while you're in them now. I don't think they did back in the day. Okay, they do. 2, so that's working for sure. So now I want to show you guys the whole water tunnel system, which you can see from outside as well. I'm gonna have to make something look nice because this kind of looks just randomly placed. But for something to get to that water system, we need to use probably cobblestone. So I'll throw 12 cobble in here and run down. And it should go whoop, sort through here, realize there's nothing. It'll start going through our floor. And then it'll start going up this tunnel here. Beautiful. And it should be in our cobble chest. It is not in our cobble chest though. So, hey, let's see what happened here. Did it go through the output? It didn't go through the output. It went into our dirt chest. Why did it go into our dirt chest? Let me see real quick. Oh, our dirt chest also had a cobblestone filter in it. Okay, well now it's a dirt chest. For real, for real. Then this is the cobblestone one. Then this is the deep slate one. So let me go throw everything back up there again. As you see, it's all empty. Beautiful. This is such a satisfying system. I do pick up stuff though if I come right here. That is a little bit annoying. I won't lie. I guess I'm just close enough to the item, but I'm never going to be in the maintenance tunnel anyways, so it's still going to work. Should be able to just toss this in here and we'll do the whole run again. Follow that single piece of dirt. There she goes. There she blows. Let's see if we can see it from outside. Yoink. This is so sick. And in the dirt chest she blows. Cobblestone and that. Alright, perfect. So everything is working. We should have a bunch of copper over here now. I threw in 26 up there, I'm pretty sure. And it's slowly counting up, so it's just still smelting. So that all works. Let me quickly do a little test here. I want to make sure almost all my items are getting to where they gotta be. Gosh dang it. I'm getting in the chest. Oh my goodness. This farm is really working wonders over here. We're actually going to build the base out of iron blocks. Some of the base, I'm thinking, maybe the item sorter room. Just because I have so many iron now. It'd be kind of stupid not to. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 full stacks of 64. I'm going to throw those all in here. So we should have 9 full stacks in the iron chest when everything is said and done. This is going to take a long time to, oh wait, I guess it doesn't have to dispense in there anyways. Yeah, all that should make it through for sure. So I guess I need to test cobblestone out over here. Oh yeah, all the iron's going to take forever. We're going to just stop the iron process right there. And then stick in the old cobblestone process. And we should get 1 full stack of cobblestone in the cobblestone section. Oh, here she blows. My army of cobblestone. Oh, it's so beautiful. I like watching it from in here more though. I like the zigzag it's gotta take. Amazing. Also, this part of it over here, I have another dropper set up like I have over there to dispense it. I have another dropper set up to send it up this tube. But as soon as I get silk touch and an ice block, it should be much easier to get done, I'd imagine. Because then I can just have the items go straight flowing on this water, and then they'll slide across an ice cube and then go straight up the soul sand water tunnel. No dropper needed over here. Eliminate some of the redstone, some of the clicking, even though the clicking is kind of satisfying. Alright, so moment of truth. 64? 64, perfect. That is actually perfect. We didn't lose any. Alright, let's go get the rest. Well, I guess I can just throw the iron in here. Save it from having to go through the hoppers. I think that's pretty much it for this video though. Probably off camera I'll figure out the design I want to go for in this room to get it looking better, you know. I don't know if I want to do like iron floors, iron walls, maybe copper ceilings, I don't know. Something will get done in here that looks nice. It makes it look, you know, futuristic. We'll probably throw a nice little iron door on this, just so it's a secure room. Doesn't need to be hidden or anything because I'm playing single player, so the point of having hidden doors is, I mean, there is no point. And then we'll have to plan for something awesome next episode, because this was a pretty big build we just got done here. Even though it's not even done, this is probably like 5% complete. Just this main room right here feels good. Took forever. I'll get this all filled out. We'll get the design down, and eventually we'll hook up the iron farm over there. So as soon as the golem dies, iron will be transported in big glass tubes, kind of like the banks, you know, where you go put your little bank thing and it goes vacuums into the ground and sucks into their building. Kind of the same idea. So we'll have a bunch of glass tubes just running all around here, connecting into our base. The goal is to try to get as much stuff automated as we can get automated. But I do appreciate your viewing of this video. I've been getting a lot of subs since I've been making Minecraft videos, so if you would like to be one of those, hit that button. It makes me so happy to see you guys sub up like that. And I'll catch you in the next one. Deuces.